It is no longer news that the Nigerian tax system got a major tax overhaul in June this year, that's 2025, when 4 major bills were signed into law by the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Some call it the Nigerian Tax Reform of 2025. Others call it the Nigerian Tax Overhaul. Whatever you call it, what is important to me is for you to know that the 4 acts, we have the Nigerian Tax Act, NTA, we have the Nigerian Tax Administration Act, we have the Nigerian Revenue Service Act, and we have the Joint Revenue Board Act. Now, what are the implications for personal income tax if you're an individual taxpayer, not a company? Last time we talked about small companies. We're yet to talk about big companies. Today I want us to talk about individuals. So as an individual taxpayer, what are the implications for you? What are the changes that will take effect from January 1, 2026? This is what I want us to talk about today. The first one I want to talk about is that the reform has made personal income tax to be more progressive. More progressive is what it means is that rich people will pay more than poor people. And also there is a graduation, in phases. We have categories. This category will pay less. As you move to a higher category, you pay more. As you move to another one, you pay more, and so on and so forth. So we're going to look at this new structure of progression. It used to be like that before, but there's a new structure, okay? So it is more progressive this time. If you earn 0 naira up to 800,000 naira, you will not pay anything. The percentage of taxation, the rate of taxation for you will be 0%. 0%. You won't pay anything. You are exempt completely from paying tax. So if your annual income, that is annual income, your total income for the year, if it is up from 0 to 800,000 naira, it means the percentage is 0. It means you are not being taxed. You are exempt from paying tax. Now from 800,000 naira and 800,001 to 3 million, you will pay 15%. Your tax rate will be 15%. Good. Now from 3 million and 1, okay, up to 12 million, your percentage will be 18%. The tax rate for that income will be how much? 18%. Okay. Now from 12 million up to 25 million. From 12 million to 25 million. That's 12 million and 1 to how much? 25 million. You will pay 21%. Now, from 25 million and 1 to 50 million naira, the rate will be how much? Add 2 to, that will be 23%. 23%. Now, anything above 50 million, your percentage will be 25%. So you can see that the rich people will pay more. So that is the first thing I want us to know about the changes. This is the major change, the first major change I want us to know about the personal income tax as a result of the overhaul. Next is, we used to have what we call the CRA, that is the Consolidated Relief Allowance. I don't want to go into the nitty-gritty of how it is calculated, but I want you to know that that has been abolished. It is now abolished. From January 1, 2026, there will be nothing like CRA anymore. You won't get that Consolidated Relief Allowance. Bad news, right? But there's good news. There's something in place of the CRA, and that is the rent relief. So there will be rent relief. And this rent relief is going to be the lower of 2 things, 500,000 naira and 20% of the annual rent payable by the taxpayer. So you can see CRA is gone and we have rent relief. And some will argue that rent relief is going to benefit the taxpayer more than the former CRA, which has been abolished. Next is capital gains tax. Capital gains tax used to have, what is capital gains tax? You have what we call chargeable gain. This chargeable gain is usually when you buy a property and use it for some time, and then you dispose it, and then you make a gain on it. You have made a capital gain, and it is chargeable, it is taxable. So now, The capital gain tax is not going to be a flat rate like it used to be. This time around, it's going to follow that graduation that I explained. So it's going to be, depending on where it falls, those applicable rate of 0%, for that's from 0 naira to 800,000 naira is 0%. From 800,001 to 3 million is 15%, and so on up to 25%. So that is how the capital gains tax is now going to follow. It's not going to be a flat rate. Good. Another one that I want us to talk about is the reliefs. There are some reliefs that we had in the past. National Housing Fund, NHIS, what again? Interest on loans, all those reliefs, they will still be there. They have not changed. They are retained. Okay? They are retained. Then loss of employment. Loss of employment is, there is a threshold. The threshold used to be up to 10 million naira. Now it's going to be 50 million naira. Okay, 50 million naira. So you are going to want somebody, if for injury or for loss of employment, there is going to be a exemption for the taxpayer. So there's loss of employment exemption, and it's now going to be up to 50 million naira, not 10 million naira as it used to be. Another one is resident individuals. Who is a resident? Taxation is based on the worldwide income. So it's not only money that you earn in Nigeria. Now, who is a resident? A resident has been redefined. In the past, it was not very clear who a resident was. We used to have some, what do the lawyers call it? They call it lacuna, I think. We used to have gaps. So people did not really understand what a resident. I mean, it was subject to different interpretation. But now the Tax Act has made it clearer who a resident is. So a resident, first thing, a resident is one who is domiciled in Nigeria. Another one, you have a permanent home for domestic use in Nigeria. That's a resident. Another one, you have substantial economic and immediate family ties in Nigeria. You are a resident. We'll catch you. Another one is if you sojourn in Nigeria for 183 days in one 12-month period in a year, you are a resident. So this is who a resident is. And if you're a resident, it means you're subject to taxation in Nigeria. Of course, taking into cognizance the tax treaties that we have all over the world to avoid double taxation and all of that. All right, next one, PITA, that's the Personal Income Tax Act, has now been repealed and now consolidated in a new statute alongside other existing laws. They are now going to, all of them will now come under one tax statute. This is to make for ease of administration so that there will be better compliance and all of that. And then another very important thing, every individual taxpayer is expected to have a TIN, that's the tax identification number, which will be linked with the NIN. So this is what I want us to understand today. A lot of people have asked me to make this video. So if you enjoyed it, I want you to subscribe. I want you to share. I want you to like. Please share this with someone, okay, so that we can increase financial literacy in our society. Taxation remains the most important source of revenue for any government because oil will dry up. All other sources will dry, but taxation will remain. So I want us to be law-abiding. Don't evade tax. If tax evasion is a crime. For tax avoidance, you can, if you are able to understand the tax laws very well, you can see some little advantage for you. Sometimes it's even the tax authority that says, take this option. You have this option, like we say 500,000 naira and what? 20%. Okay, 20% of your soul. You see, there are so many advantages for you to choose from. If it's cessation, if it is commencement, all of this, you have some small advantages where the tax authority allows you to choose how you want to be assessed. So by the time you do this, you can avoid paying a higher tax, and this is not criminal at all. So I am your accounting and finance coach, and I remain Echela Okori, aka Maddoxman. Continue to follow me, subscribe to our YouTube channel so that we can encourage us, okay? Encourage us by subscribing to the YouTube channel. Bye for now.